Yo, what's up? I guess we already got a guy that he hates me on here. You know, two of them, they can't talk. Love it. Love it. Oh, shit. I don't want that. At least we know they got the bell clicked. What's up, Aaron? What's up? Oh, shit. Why in the hell ain't it? Good morning. Well, it's not good morning. It's afternoon here. It's 1 o'clock. Oh shit! I'm trying to get this so I can read this. What's going on, guys? What's up? What's up from Virginia? What's going on, guys? Oh, nothing much. Just hanging out today. We went and looked at a house this morning, and then we got 3 to look at tomorrow. So, might be adding a move to this chaos, but see how that goes. That's what I got going. That's what I got going on this area. No, we're not moving out of the area, just moving closer to everybody else that we know. It's snowing in Chicago. Wish it would snow here, so I would have to fucking stop driving to goddamn Indianapolis. We're getting paid good to drive to those Indy runs, but it's just, these 3 days, kind of, him hauling around, I can talk more about Tiger Tools. I'm going to start using them in, like, if we have repair videos and stuff like that, I'm going to start using them in there. I did get a distributorship through Tiger Tools, which is nice. That means I can buy directly through them and all that stuff. I don't get paid by the mile. No, I got cigarettes. Don't worry about that. I don't really get paid by the mile. We either get paid by the hour or the ton. I get a pretty good discount with them. Yeah, I'd love to have somebody sponsor my move. I would love it. Here's how, if I'm moving, here's what it is. I'm taking out my clothes, okay? And I am taking those over to the next house, and that's about it. Everything else is going to be done by movers. I can tell you that fucking right now. Yeah, we got the old Fake Coon trucking account. Thank you for coming in, Fake Coon account, so the people think that it's not me. Thank you. I don't smoke Newports. You bought a brand new pack before I went live? What do you mean? What's going on there, Coon? Thank you for coming in. I'll leave this live stream up, I'm not doing a GoFundMe. No, I don't need anybody's money. I'm not doing a GoFundMe. I'm not like other people on YouTube. I'm not looking for a handout. Yeah, I'm not looking for a handout. No, I'll handle all this stuff. I make plenty of money. I don't need YouTube. I don't use my YouTube as a personal ATM machine. I need some drug money. I need some drug money. Let's hit a raffle. Let's hit a raffle. No, I'm not working today. A kid started a GoFundMe to how to make his truck fast. He wants 28 grand. Fuck. The Patreon's just like a support. That's like a tip. That's a different thing. We had one out today. There's nothing going on. You know, there is nothing going on today. We had to go haul some gravel to a guy. $28,000 cold intake. I bet it's on a 12 valve Cummins, ain't it? Or a 24 valve Cummins. We went and hauled gravel today. Nick went and hauled gravel for a private customer. You know, the gravel company said they couldn't get a dump truck into his driveway. Well, Nick took the 7-axle monstrosity, okay, and he backed it right in that motherfucker. That's Kuhn Trucking's fake account. Okay, I'm happy that it's here, that it's so they don't think it's me. You know. Yeah, no, it is crazy what people beg for. You know. No, today we looked at a house that would be like a good starter home. It's not what I mean, it's in the area that my wife wants to be in. And again, I'm not going to preach this again. Happy life, happy wife. But, or whatever, happy wife, happy life, you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to show her that, kind of for that price range that we're in, I wasn't, I wasn't really into this one. Well, sometimes I feel the same way. What's going on, Jerry? Like sometimes when I get my tools out, I feel aggravated that I have to work on something. I think that comes. I think that comes with the territory. Anytime you own something, or you hardly ever get your tools out for pleasure, if you get what I'm saying. Like it's kind of like, oh, I want to build this, but it's not, I mean, I wish I could build a lot more stuff. Thank you, Nick, for being honest here. Oh, they are way more, they are way more hustled on percentage than hourly. Let me tell you that. Yeah, I don't think we could ever go back to an hourly job. Way more on the percentage. You got to keep them motivated. Yeah, a lot of people aren't fan of a dirty cop. I don't even know what he does. I started thinking about it. I bet he's the maintenance report guy. He does all the maintenance reports, like, okay, we changed the oil in this, Make it 30%. I got guys that make 30%. I got some guys that make less. Their just experience level's not that good, but they'll get raises. You can't start everybody out at top money. You know what I'm saying? Because where are you going to go? Yeah, $11 to $14 an hour to drive a dump truck. I mean, if you have no experience, that's probably, it's he hate me. There you go, MB Lee. He hate me. You know what I'm saying? How many thumbs down we got? 5. So some of the he hate me people are here. They can't comment. You know what I'm saying? But, he hate me. Yeah, sometimes it's nice to be paid by the hour. Sometimes it's not. I figured Oso was the first one. He hates me. Who's he? Well, Frontier Specialist, you know, it could be the guy down the street. He hate me. It could be, you know, anybody that it's just a thing. You know, anybody. Some people get jealous of what you have. He hate me. You know, all that type of stuff. You know, anyone watching, he hate me. Yeah, there you go. Work's going pretty good. You know. Yep, see, Oso put it on there, number 1. I take my dumps at work, get paid $30 to go to the bathroom. Yeah, that's what happens on whatever. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yes, we ship all over. If United States Postal Service ships it there, we send it. I figured everybody poops on. I figured everybody poops on company time. You know. No, I'm not. I don't send out hats. Yeah, nobody banned the Coon Trucking Channel hat, or the Coon Trucking Channel. You know, let him stay. So that way it proves that it's not me. All my, yeah, I know. I'm the same way. All my time is company time too. You know, it's just part of it. We don't have any stickers in stock. That's a January, February project. I'm working on quite a lot of stuff. You know, behind the scenes here, there's a lot of stuff going on. It's kind of overwhelming. I got a lot of projects. I got a lot of things to do that I got to get done in a 3-month period. You know, because basically we've got December, January, February, and then March. It's assholes and elbows again, depending on the weather. Which it looks like we're gonna, you know, the weather might break pretty early this year, just on the temperatures that it's been, and you know, it's gonna be pretty serious. Yes. No, I've never talked to the Coon Trucking owner. I don't know how I could interview Vicky. It would be pretty good. You can run a triaxle over here. Yeah, you know, you're just going to get pulled over all that time. When would I do a review of the gear wrench ratcheting wrenches? I never really thought about doing a review. Here's the only thing that I can tell you. They don't work like you think, and they absolutely suck. It's a complete waste of money. Don't fucking buy them. Complete waste of money. I'm going to tell you, I tried it one time and was like, this thing fucking sucks. So I didn't, I never thought, you know, to do a review on those because they fucking suck. Yeah. It was a complete waste of money. It was $80 that, you know, I basically burned. Are you talking about the crow's foot ratcheting wrenches? Those things suck. I have never been to Ohio Power Tool. No, that's up in Columbus. I have not been there, but it looks like, I mean, the pictures that they have on their website looks pretty big. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure that the Wild Bill fan club that he has 30, I'm sure that Clay has 35 trucks now. You know, what you guys don't know is I have 187. You know what I'm saying? I have 187. I can make up a number, okay? I also have more cows than I can count. You know? The heavy duty yoke puller is, I think it was like $500. I forget what it was, but, you know, I own it. I mean, I think that's what I paid for it. I think 500. I don't remember. I bought it off Amazon. Yeah, it's worth it. It works. It'll pull the ones off the transmission. It impressed Diesel Yoda because we took a transmission apart and he said, "Oh, you don't have a torch or nothing like that. We're never going to be able to get this yoke off." I said, "Dude, I got this yoke puller. Let's try it." You know what I'm saying? And then it pulled it right off there. Yeah. Aaron, just get on there and start making stuff up. I don't know why you would want that username, Kong, but everybody thinks it's me. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, the guy is typing, and I have not typed anything. I don't fucking know. I didn't know that they didn't sell DeWalt. I don't buy a lot of DeWalt stuff. I like the Milwaukee stuff over the DeWalt, to be honest with you. Really, what I want is, I hope Milwaukee comes out with that 1-inch impact. Like, I don't know what the hell they're dragging their ass on that motherfucker for, but shoo-wee, give me that thing. I need that. Yeah, Milwaukee. Fire emojis. No, it's not McP. You can make yourself look like a total badass on YouTube. You can make yourself look whatever you want. You can tell all kinds of bullshit. You know, but when people start getting suspicious, okay, you better be able to back up the bullshit. The Epic roll cart that I have is actually really fucking cool. It's kind of small. It's not very tall, but the drawers are nice. You know what I'm saying? It's basically just a smaller version of the Epic. Yeah, I know. See, there's McP right there. McP is a total badass. Okay? McP is like my little brother that I wish I had. You know what I'm saying? McP's not anybody but McP. Yeah, well, that's the biggest thing. It's hard to find a garage that fits the Street Beast. They're not tall enough. You know, I'm like, man, I need that 10-foot door, boys. You know, there's McP right there. McP. Big hat, no cattle. No, they did not offer me a job. Wouldn't take it. What is the mileage on a dump truck if it's not worth fixing? Wow, that's an excellent question, Doc. Okay, so there is a little bit of a conversion like that you have to make. So think about like this. So a road tractor is set up to go 1,000,000 miles, okay? You know, like 1,000,000 miles, that's really not, you know, that's like a car with 100,000. But with a dump truck, you got to cut that in half. So a 1,000,000-mile road tractor will have about the same wear, or maybe, you know, a little bit less wear, depending on who owned it, than the dump truck did. Okay? The dump trucks just get beat up. Okay? The engines don't last as long. The clutches, transmissions don't last as long because you're not in high gear highway rolling. You know what I'm saying? Uh, so it's a lot of start and stopping. It's a lot of you're off road that twists the things up. They get stuck. You start pulling on them. You break axles. So, like it's. I look at dump trucks like if I was going to buy one used, I would not buy one about over 150,000 miles. 150,000 miles, you're not going to be fixing a lot. Like if you find one with 800,000 miles on it, man, that thing is plumb wore the fuck out. The bed's going to be fucked. It's going to start having rear end problems. I mean, it's going to have a multitude of shit. Really, it's hard to find, dump trucks that have been well taken care of with like maintenance records and all that stuff. Yeah, some trucks go by the hours. Again, dump trucks idle so much because no driver's turning the air conditioning off when it's above 65 degrees. They're going to let that motherfucker idle all day. That becomes an issue. There's just a lot of other stuff. So, like, you got to be careful. I mean, that Sterling, when I bought it, it was my first truck. I think it had 470 on it, and whew, goddamn. $7 trillion. That's a lot of miles, fellas. That's a lot of miles. I don't know how you can do that. In an 11-hour period, the DOT recognizes that 11 hours of driving, you should only be able to drive about 620 miles a day. If you're putting more than 620 miles a day on the truck over the road, some red flags are going to pop up. Okay? Because they say that you could only average, the fastest you can average is about 62 miles an hour. Okay? That's with, going through everything. And that's about as many miles as you could drive in an 11-hour period. The Poverty Rock hauling is not going too bad. Okay, I think they might have upped the rate this year because we seem to be doing pretty well. And also having volume. It's a lot different when, shoot, we used to do a $2,000 week hauling gravel, and I thought it was the greatest thing. I thought it was the greatest thing ever, okay? But now we seem to be doing way more than that per truck. So it's actually quite nice. Yeah, Doc, I mean, a lot of guys will fix anything, I'll fix anything to a certain extent, Back when I drove for the race car teams, I used to get in trouble at Force all the time because my mileage was, I used to be able to drive more than anybody else. Like me and my co-driver Aaron would do an 11-hour period. Me and him would do like almost 1,300 miles. Well, that's because we never stopped. We stopped and got fuel. That's it. I packed that motherfucker full of fucking fuel. I mean, you couldn't get another ounce in that bastard. All right. And we would just get on the highway and set the cruise at 70, and I'd never turn it off. You know, I'd weave through traffic if we had to. You know, I mean, when you get out west, you can run 75 all day, all night, and never turn the fuck cruise off. You know, so you could run a bunch of miles, and then they used to get mad like the DOT only they keep questioning us over fucking 620 miles, and you fuckers are putting 800 miles in a goddamn in a fucking in a clip. I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. Figure it out. Yeah, that's what they consider. Well, they consider you got to start and stop, speed limit changes, all that stuff. 600, if you get up 700 miles a day, they're going to question you. You got traffic jams, that type of situation. You know, it's kind of weird. Yeah, you guys were. Aaron, I'd have to look at the truck to tell you if it's a bad idea. Left lane hot rod. Yep, that's what I am. Come on, driver. Stay to the right, please. You know. Yeah, light duty towing will not have to deal with DOT, but that's what they consider, DOT. Now, California, the speed limit's 55 miles an hour. So, like, if you're in California, you show up at a place, right, and they go to look at your electronic logs, well, and you drove fucking 650 miles in 11 hours, well, they know you averaged 65 miles an hour. So, they already know you're speeding. Well, there you go. If the truck looks good, run it. Fuck it. As long as you don't have to pay all the bills on it, fine. Well, we had, let's see, a lot of Freightliners. We had a Kenworth. I didn't really like the Kenworth. We had a T2000. I didn't like that one. We had a Volvo with N14 Cummins, and then we had those Freightliners. And let's see, Schumacher had Freightliners. They had Coronados. But I'm not in. Man, those Freightliners, those things are pieces of shit. I liked driving the Volvo. It was the most comfortable truck. It would also run the best. With that N14, it would run really good. I like that one. Some guys had Peterbilts. Most of the guys had Volvo stuff. I mean, if you're going to go across road, I don't know if I'd want to do it in a 379. You look cool in a 379 or a 389 or something like that. But if you're going to drive across country, I would get a fucking Volvo. Either that or I'd get like a Peterbilt, what are those, 579s or something? One of the Aero trucks, you know. Uh, that's probably what I would get into. Nope, I've never looked at a cat dump truck. That was basically an international. Okay, that was an international truck, is what the fuck that piece of shit was. It was a goddamn international fucking motor in the goddamn thing. It was basically a yellow painted Max Force engine. Okay, that Caterpillar supplied parts. Piece of shit. Why do you think Cat got out of the dump? Why do you think they ended that fucking project? That thing was a hunk of shit. Yeah, that put a black eye. But there is a new Cat engine available, a Tier 5 one that has no EGR on it, and it meets Tier 5 emissions criteria. It's a 12.7 liter single turbo It has SER and all that stuff on it. It delivers power of a 15 liter, but is a 12.7 liter. And I've saw some things on like Equipment World that they might start putting it in trucks. Yeah, those cat dump trucks were absolutely worthless. Yeah, if you want a road tractor, I'm telling you, the drive up and down the road, that Volvo got, I think, almost 2 miles an hour better than the fucking, than the Kenworth T2000 we had. That thing was a piece of shit. That T2000, man. I think it had an 18 speed in it, but man, it had the exact 460 Cummins motor in it, but it pulled like shit. If you're going to drive over the road, I'm telling you, there's nothing more comfortable than a Volvo. Nothing more comfortable. I love that thing. You can actually sleep in the back of it without beating your kidneys up. Yeah, the Max Force 13 engines, there is some dump truck places, like if you went to trade in an International with a Max Force 13 in it, whatever those things are, they won't even take them in on trade. How much did those haulers weigh? 79,800 pounds. They were 80,000 all the time. No matter if you had 5 trailers or fucking 1 trailer, it weighed 80,000 pounds. Every one of them weighed 80,000. Like the one that I drove at Forces, those feather lights, I call them feather tons because they're fucking heavy as shit. I think our truck, the first time that they wanted to put all this shit in it, I said, it's going to be overweight. So we had to go down to the cat scale there in Brownsburg, fucking weigh that motherfucker. Sure enough, 86,000. I was like, got 6,000 to take out of her, like, Jesus Christ. Can't put that many clutch discs in this motherfucker. Yeah, that's what they had. Like we had to go weigh it. I told them when I was like, this could be overweight. Sure enough, it was. What's up, JC Smith? Oh, you're picking up a new trailer? Yeah, so much for Featherlight. That I called them feather tons. They would fall apart, the doors would fall off, and all that shit. It was bad. What's up, Blake? What's going on? How's your new turtling running? Blake? Did you get the asphalt out of the back of it? You're hauling millings? You guys are still grinding? Where in the hell are you hauling millings? Oh, new to you trailer. Oh, okay. Yeah, we are completely done asphalt down here. Columbus, you guys got to be done. Who did I add as a moderator? I thought I added you, Blake. Yeah, it should come up. Wow, you had your wife up there doing a little heat and beating? Okay, so are you talking about like the brand? Oh, you're hauling regrind, so they're moving it around the plants? Understand that. We don't do none of that till. Yeah, there you go. Make her work. And I could have swore I gave you. I added a. The hell? Okay. Who did I give a blue wrench to that. Oh, shit. I don't know. So, uh. Where's that guy's question? Shit. So, what truck would you buy for hauling asphalt? So, I need to know, are you looking for like a brand? The brand really don't matter. Okay. What you want to look at is a how much asphalt can you get in it, and you know when you're first looking for a truck, you got to buy the brand that you can afford. Okay. Most of the time, that's going to be like an older Sterling. Either that, or you're gonna have to get like a really old Kenworth, like a '02 or something. Kenworth Peterbilt in there to keep it under that $50,000 range. What you want to look at is what the bed is. Okay, like here in Ohio, they don't want no lips on the back of it because the asphalt gets stuck on that. They have to clean that. They don't like those. You know, uh, you want to look at how tall the door is. Okay, now you're probably wondering why does it matter how tall the door is? Well, if the bed is fucking 7 or 6 foot tall and you got a 6 foot tall door, when you open that, it's going to want to push you out of the paver. Okay, and it's going to put a lot of stress on the fucking. It'll lift the whole rear end of the truck off the ground. So that's no good. Uh, there's a lot of different stuff when you're looking at, but what you want to do, like I say, when you're buying your first truck, you want the truck to be able to do 5 things. Okay, you need to be able to haul either grindings or asphalt. You need to haul dirt with it. You need to be able to haul gravel and poverty rock. And then you need to be able to do some light demolition, a little bit of concrete work and stuff like that, you know, and things like that. Like a barn door is not a bad idea for your first truck if you're going to get, you want to keep what you can do with the truck is is broader range as you can. You don't want to get an aluminum body where you're just stuck hauling gravel at the gravel pits. You'll go fucking broke, okay? Because you can't make it on one goddamn fucking truck at the gravel pit. You will die. You will starve to motherfucking death, okay? So just think about, whatever brand that you like, that you have a dealership or somewhere where you can get fucking parts. Because older trucks finding parts are fucking hard as fuck. Some of the stuff like electrical switches and all that stuff is not a big deal, but like specialty parts, doors, fucking hoods, fucking all that shit, fucked up. It gets difficult to find. Yeah, Jay Young, I bet your boy in Mississippi does have 69 trucks. I bet he does. I bet he don't either. Yeah, there's another dumbass. Another guy, he hate me. You know. Hot wheel trucks, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I know. There's another one. Yeah, you don't want to put your your pill dealer hates you. That's interesting. That's funny. Yeah, well, that there you go, Aaron. You know, like, so look for that. Older Western stars are pretty reasonably priced, and their cabs are really roomy. You know, yeah, there is a lot of dreamers here. Uh, we don't have any plans for New Year's. Our anniversary is like 3 days after New Year's, so we're gonna go out for that. Yes, Uh, I'm probably gonna get some steak and lobster for our anniversary, and some creme brulee, because that's my favorite dessert at a restaurant is creme brulee. I love creme brulee. That shit is fucking phenomenal. So I think we're going that there. You know, I think we're doing that. Yes, we are still going to try to make babies in 2019. We gotta get this second kid in her really quick, so that stress level can go down. Well, you know, Drew, maybe if I live closer, yeah. I don't know if anybody's doing anything for New Year's. There may be something, but you know, our kid's got to be in bed by 8 or 9 o'clock. I mean, he can't stay up to no midnight. I mean, he'll be. You want to talk about screaming like a motherfucker? Holy shit! It'll be terrible. Yeah, you know, we can walk out there and look at mine with my fucking with my name on the door. As Bobby Salvador said, you know, we know whose trucks those are. His motherfucking name is on the door. We had one out today. Like I said, we were just doing some private gravel hauls. You know, Nick came in and did it. Looks like he did 4 loads of twos. So once the guy gets the twos spread out when he gets back from Texas, then we're going to put 304 on top of it, which is basically crushed limestone with dust. It makes a smooth, packable surface. That's what I recommend for driveways is that crushed 304. Wow. I don't know. I haven't been really looking at the DBSs lately. Uh, you know, there's a couple out there. I'm sure. Your your New Year's Eve is waiting for DUI police tows. That's exciting. There's probably gonna be a lot of them. That's probably a hotbed. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Jay Young, if you snort oxys, it plugs you up for 3 days. Interesting. Yeah, 100 ton of 304 will not go very far. Well, this guy, we've got 100 ton of twos in his place right now, and he said he might need more. He'll let me know once he gets it smoothed out. Okay, the 385s to the 4 1/4 floats. What's the difference? It's going to be tire width. They take a different rim usually. Like usually the 4 1/4s are on like a 12.5 rim, and I think the 385s. It's how much weight the tire can carry. So a 385 might be 8,500 pounds, where a 4 1/4 will be 10,000 pounds each tire. Is what they consider, like ground pressure weight. Also, what you have to look for when you put 385s to 4 1/4s on the thing is getting the right wheel offset, which can be tricky, and making sure there's nothing when you go to turn the wheel that's going to hit. So you got to turn the wheel both sides because those 4 1/4s will rub pretty good. Yeah, the new Western Stars pretty much are a Freightliner, basically. Yeah, it's really about tire rating. Now the 385s are going to be cheaper than the 4 1/4s. Just remember this. So the longer the truck is, like wheelbase wise, the shorter the tires last. The 4 1/4s. Like a triaxle, you put 4 1/4s on that, you might be able to get 2 seasons out of a set of tires. My big long motherfuckers, we get 1 season, maybe 9 months out of a goddamn tire. Out of a steer tire. It'll be flat plumb wore the fuck out. Depends what brand you buy. You can buy some off brands. Yeah, 36 foot long. Yep. 9 months is all you're getting out of them. Especially if you're hauling at the limit all the time. 9 months, but so it depends. Yeah, double coins. Yeah, negative. You can buy some cheaper tires. Okay. Now, the way that I look about it is I like the Michelins or Bridgestones. I feel like I trust the construction a little bit more. Tires are kind of a consumable item. All right. Now, would you want to be riding around on some Chinese front tire? Okay, carrying 80,000 pounds. And when that thing blows out, or if it does blow out, it tears your fucking hood off. I mean, they do tremendous amount of damage. So I always put good front tires on my trucks. It's just kind of like a peace of mind safety thing. So I pay about $800 for a Bridgestone, and I pay about $900 for a Michelin. Is what the front steer tires cost. So anywhere in that. Anywhere in between that is what you're going to pay. Now, the cheaper ones, you can get like some Chinese or double coins. You can get those Toyos. I consider those, they don't last very long. I've seen guys with those on there. Some Yokohamas are like 680. They vary. Yeah, quality tires is a thing. Hey, what's up, Jericho Industries? What's going on? Happy holidays to you, too. Yeah, you do get what you pay for when you're buying rubber. Very true. Very, very true. Yeah, cheap tires, you're going to learn the hard way. Yeah, 9 months. 9 months and you'll have the tires burn off of it. About 40,000 miles and they'll be smoked. They just don't last very long. It's just because there's so much weight up there and you're turning and you're, you know, it's not good. There you go, Fuzzy. Fuck it. What's up, Chris? Michelin's or nothing. Yeah, I've liked these Bridgestones. These Bridgestones are pretty nice. I got these new ones. I haven't put them on yet, but they're called 864s. They're the new Michelin fronts. I kind of like them. They're a little bit more square. Uh, you know, that means they'll kind of cup a little bit easier, but they're not. They're good looking. You know, uh, they're a good looking tire. They have the, you know, just amount of aggressiveness. They have good water control. Uh, you know, it looks good. Oh, on his 139 trucks. Okay. What made the open shoulder tires wear out so fast? Just open shoulder stuff. Open shoulder stuff, I'm not a big fan of. I like a closed shoulder drive tire for a reason. Um, they seem to last a little bit longer. The open shoulder, it's just the compound and also how the guys load the truck. If they load it rear heavy, it will, you know, it puts more pressure on those axles or on the tire and it just wears out fast. Also, you got to remember, you know, you're cutting those things loaded all the time with grindings and you're jackknifing the kind of thing. It's not a real easy turn. You're always dragging the back tires. You know, it's kind of what you're doing. Yeah, you blow a steer tire, boy, you're in a world of fuck. That's why I buy Trojans in 36 pack. There you go. You get those at Sam's Club. I don't know where they sell a 36 pack at, but man, that's some serious fucking there. You know, that's doing a lot of work. You know, you're putting in some effort. Buy them by the case. I mean, I'm a married man. I haven't used condoms in Jesus Christ. I don't even think I've only used one time. And that was because the chick demanded it the first time. The second time, nope. No, we're not running no night shift. It's too cold. It's cold and rainy here. It's over. Regrooving? Oh, no. Yeah, if you're buying Trojans in a 36 pack, I mean, son of a bitch. Yeah, Drew, that's what it is. They flex more. It ends up chunking the sides out of them. It just tears the sides off. Yeah, I mean, goddamn, a 36 pack, man, that's a lot. Yeah, I still wash the trucks regular. Not now. The pressure washer got sent out for repair, so that'll probably be gone, you know, a couple weeks. You know, so once the pressure washer comes back from getting tuned up, I mean, I've had it almost 3 years, and I've never done any service work on it. You know, never changed the oil, air filter, nothing. Just started up, so it needs to be gone through. What is Cinematics on? No, I've never tried that. Yeah, like a 36 pack. I mean, that'd be like a lifetime supply for some motherfuckers. You know, I couldn't imagine burning through those in a month. Jesus Christ. Yeah, he's probably banging a lot of DBSs. You know what I'm saying? You know, that guy's hitting the bar hard. You know, he's picking up the chicks. You know, I mean, he's going quality over quantity. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Get a 100 pack at Costco for $24.99. Jesus Christ. Oh man. What's up, Evans Auto Repair? Good to know there, Jay Young. I used to run BF Goodrich's. They made some pretty good tires. I like their D44 rear tires. They were pretty nice. I like those. Yeah, he is trying to avoid the AIDS. Thank you, Racer Nick. That's what I said. He's handing them out to his buddies and shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's like, dude, I got you guys covered. Yeah, that's true. They could be blowing them up on stuff. That's funny. No, I want to get some of their like hydraulic pullers and stuff like that. There's still some other stuff that I want to get. No Costco near you. There's a Sam's Club, I'm sure. Well, I have a set of recaps that I haven't put on yet. I do got a set though. They have a Michelin cap on them, but they are shit. They're on my casings. They're on good Bridgestone casings. So I'm gonna try to run them just to see what type of wear we get out of them, but we'll see. You know, because fucking, I just want to see, you know, what the difference is. A Q&A with Miss Junkie. I don't know if I could get her to do a Q&A, you know. Yep, that's what I bought is the XD N2 treads. That's what we put on there. I don't know what you guys would want to ask her. Really, I mean, how big of a dickhead I am? You know? I'll ask her if she would ever do a Q&A. I'll be like, honey, they've been asking to do a Q&A with you. I'll ask her and see what she says. You want to ask her who Enzo's real father is? Okay, it's me. You guys could ask her that stuff though. Maybe I'll ask her if she wants to do it. Yeah, she probably would just make fun of me the whole time. You guys would probably like it. She'd telling me what an asshole I am and how I never fucking do anything. You know? No, she's not in the cockling. You know? I don't know if that video would go viral. It's hard to get a video viral nowadays on it's got to get shared a lot of places. Yeah, you got to watch the air pressure. The roast of yeah with Miss Brittany, I'm gonna tell you, she would she would tell you all the shit. You know how big of a dick I am and all this shit. You know how I don't think about anybody else's feelings. Yeah, I did put the Christmas gifts together. You know, uh, what else would she say? Hey, Oso, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Okay, everybody is paying for pussy. Okay, it's at what cost are you paying for it? Okay, you know, marriage is basically legalized prostitution. Okay, you don't realize that, but that's what the fuck it is. It's you're paying for legalized prostitution for one chick. You're basically your whole life. You know what I'm saying? But you are definitely paying for it. You know, some pay more than others. That is very true. You are still buying it. It's just at what cost? You know. She would not say that I cuss too much. No. Yes. That's the pussy is the most expensive commodity on this earth. You know, the most expensive commodity. Okay, that thing will make that thing will make people do some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? It is more expensive than your inventory. Think about it. Okay, think about it. You got to buy them a car. All right, that you got to help pay for. All right, and they're not driving no piece of shit. They're gonna need something at least 50 grand. Pow. Okay, you may get your penis touched by her mouth 4 times after you buy her that. Okay, then that's not good enough. Okay, then they're gonna need now they need a bigger house. Okay, then now they need their hair did every week. Okay, so that costs money. Now they need their nails done. Okay, they need some makeup. You know what I'm saying? So you got to buy that. Then they need a fucking $1,000 purse. Okay, so you got to buy that. Then oh my God, our wedding is coming up. You know what I'm saying? Our wedding anniversary. I would like some diamonds. Okay, and then here you are. You're at the damn diamond store. So all that shit, when you add it up, costs serious amounts of money. You have shoes. You're exactly right. Then what they do is they go for the gold move. Okay, then you know what I'm saying? They go for the golden move. They tell you, let's have children. Okay, and then you're excited about that, right? Like, okay, yeah, that sounds like a great fucking idea. All right, and then what happens? Okay, you have children. Okay, it doesn't work out. You guys end up arguing and fighting because of the children. Okay, then you get divorced. Okay, and guess what? Now you got to pay for her to keep up her lifestyle because she's going to tell the judge, well, I'm accustomed to that type of shit. All right? And the next thing you know, you're back living in your parents' basement, even fucking eating goddamn, Chef Boyardee out of a can. All right? And then she's got some new dude in your motherfucking house that you bought. All right? I mean, it's just telling you, shit's expensive. You know? That's why these guys with these stay at home moms, man, it's not a good idea. You want to have your chick work. All right? That way, if you do break up, it's not, yeah, it is cheaper to keep them. It's almost like, hey, okay, how about this? I live in the basement, you live upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, how about that bitch, LeVar Ball, right? He plays for the Lakers. All right. He got that Instagram slut pregnant. Okay. She trap moved his ass. All right. Now she's upset because he plays basketball and he doesn't have time to spend with her and the fucking kid. So then she gets mad and says, "Well, I want to get rid of you. Okay, I need to get somebody else that's gonna spend the quality time with me." This bitch asked for $30,000 a month in fucking goddamn child support. 30 grand. I thought 30 fucking what the fuck you buying? You know what I'm saying? Like 30 grand, all right? That means your mortgage could be 10 grand a month, not a problem. And you still have 20 grand to buy food, groceries, and all the other bullshit that you gotta have. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? You know? Just think about that for a second. Here's what they need to tell these NBA players. Stop fucking around with these Instagram. They're costing you more money. Now you got to get a shoe deal, all right? Then when the bitch finds out you got a shoe deal, then she's going to take your ass back to court and get some more fucking money. You know what I'm saying? These guys are idiots. I'm going to tell you right now, if I was a professional sports player, I ain't banging none of those fucking dirty butt sluts. Either that or I'm going to have a vasectomy, okay? I'm going to save up a bunch of my semen. So if you do find, the occasional, DBS that you can take home to your parents, you can at least get that reversed. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck these fucking bitches. Yeah. I'm sure your buddy's going through that. I already know. Because you see these guys, Yeah, I know they have hoes in every city. I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's just because they can. You know what I'm saying? But listen, figure out where what's going on here. Yep, you can't make the hose into the housewife. That's very true. But anyway, I'm just saying, like, dude, $30,000 a month for a baby? I mean, come on, that's one. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you got 25 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, first of all, 30 grand a month. I mean, what do you think his income is a month? It's got to be 400 grand or something. Fuck, Jesus Christ. Like, what the fuck? How's this dude supposed to support his whole family? I mean, they got one to the NBA, the other two, I don't know. I'm just saying. Fuck. That is true, Drew. You can make a housewife into a hoe, though. Yep, dumbass. You know. Yeah, I know. Like today we went and looked at this house, right? And my wife's like, man, they only bought it a year ago. I wonder why they're selling it. I was like, divorce, guaranteed. I was like, guaranteed this is a divorce. You know what I'm saying? Guaranteed. You know, we show up there. The first word out of the realtor's mouth is, they're selling the house because they're getting a divorce. It's like, yes! You know, I had a Sheldon Cooper moment there when I said, my brain is smarter than everybody else's. You know? Yeah, Fuzzy, how's your hoist doing? No, I didn't do a victory dance. I just said my brain is smarter than everybody else's. Because I called it. I hit the nail right on the head. You know? Yep, 1 point. Oh, that's the only reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just, you know, like, you just know, you know, that this girl probably left him, right? And I guarantee it, you know, because there was none of her clothes at the house because the lady opened up uh, the lady opened up the fucking closets and stuff. It was all his clothes. So that means she left, you know. I was like, wow. It was like she stepped out on him. She's out there stepping out. No, I'm not allowed to smoke in the car with the kid. Nope. Nope. Nope, I'm not allowed to do that. Oh, smoking in the car with a kid is illegal? The trucks are holding up pretty good. You know, we haven't tore up too much stuff that we can't fix, you know. Oh, Chris, are you coming down there Tuesday to drop a car off? On New Year's Day? You're coming down? Are you going to Indian Hill? That's the place in Cincinnati if you know, dropping off them Ferraris. I don't run anything with a PACCAR engine. Those are junk. Negative. Jay Young, I do not run that. You know, I'm sure your buddy, you know, yeah, I'm sure your buddy with the 169 trucks in Mississippi or whatever the number is, uh, you know, I'm sure they have PACCAR engines. Aaron, I don't necessarily have all my guys have to have dump truck driving experience. I would rather you have no dump truck driving experience. That way, I don't have any bad habits for you to break. Driving a dump truck is not that fucking hard. People think that it's like overcomplicated. It's not that hard. The highest horsepower you can get in any truck is the Cummins 605 2050 torque. That's the highest horsepower you can get. You know. Yep. I don't want people with experience, or I want them with very little experience. My best driver, or the guy that I like the most, is Marquise. Marquise. Okay, he drives a bus. He came from driving a bus, and now he works for me. This dude is awesome. He never bitches. He never calls me and fucking cries about anything. He goes to work and comes home. South Main Auto, everybody hates me. Okay? It's just a phrase, you know, Erico, you could hate me. You know. So I thought it was a good catchy title for the you know what I'm saying? See? You know? There could be a guy in New York, he hate me, you know? Thank you, Erico. I'm glad that you really hate me. It's cool. You know? Everybody, everybody hates the junkie. Hates Justin. Thank you, Erica. What are you working on today? I'm working on nothing. I'm not doing anything today. iFixit's here. Yeah. Dude, editing videos. Yeah, I got a new camera. Wait till you see the toolbox tour. This thing is pretty nice with this new camera. I got all this shit, man. I got a goddamn, what do you call that? A gimbal for it, you know? I got all kinds of stuff. iFixit, I think that he needs a blue wrench. There we go. Yes, Sinister Diesel is probably going to send me something because they own the color blue. You know what I'm saying? Erico, I don't know why people love these toolbox tours, man, but they love them. I think what it is it's like, I think it's kind of like maybe, it's kind of looking into like a hot chick's panty drawer, I think is the only comparison that I can put on it, like, yeah, Erico, I can guarantee that's a 500K video in a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, people would love to see what you got, I mean, you've been holding out so long. There is 100,000 subscribers that you got are just drooling over that. I don't know. I don't know what it is. People like that. I don't know why. No, I'll show you the gimbal I got. I got this one. It's called. I got this one. It's this brand right here. Well, it's probably turned around for you guys. But it's pretty big. And then I got something that holds it because it gets kind of heavy when you got that camera on there and stuff like that. But the thing does work pretty good here, So, it takes a little bit, it'll move around and stuff like that. It works better when you get it on the camera, like, because it's got to be balanced. It'll get like this. It takes a little bit to get it figured out, but these gimbals are pretty freaking cool though. So I got that because I wanted to do, better shots. Eric, you just open it up and pan looking through it. Talk about some talking points. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It really nothing. Yeah, my new toolbox tour is 17 minutes. This gimbal, that thing cost $550. But it's big enough to hold this camera right here. So this is the camera that I got. All right, and you want to talk about, you want to talk about a camera that fucking kicks ass. this thing shoots excellent video quality. And the guys said that, you know, this newer mic, you know, is the audio is a lot better. I do have a tripod. I have, hold on here. I have two over there. And I bought myself a first aid kit. Look at that. I'm coming into the 21st century here, guys. I'm getting a first aid kit. But the gimbal comes with a tripod on it too, you know, like so you can set it up. It's not a squirrel mic. This is a 360 stereo mic. So it's a powered mic. You know, you can turn that on, and then like all the way over eliminates background noise. You can turn it to a negative 10 decibels or a positive 20 decibels or 0. So this thing is pretty nice. You know, it takes a lot of power. No, well, Eric, I got all that I could out of the GoPro. This camera was only, I think, like $600. You could find it cheaper on Amazon, but you know, it's got a bunch of cool stuff, like the lens kind of moves around in there to help stabilize the shot, which I thought would help. They fall off your cart. Yeah, then you don't want to get an expensive camera. I understand that. You know, hey, look, you're doing good for, you know, you're doing good for, you know, you got a bunch of subscribers, and you're making 10 grand a month on YouTube. You know, I wouldn't worry about goddamn $200 camera falling off. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, you'd be doing good. They do fall though. We'll see how long this thing lasts. But, you know, I can do the Eric O Enhance thing now because I have a zoom. Yeah, well, I'm not getting fancy with it. I just want to be able to, you know, I just want to be able to make it, yeah, I can do enhance. I just want to make it to where it's not, the picture doesn't look grainy. Because when I look at it, it's like, the picture is kind of grainy. I wanted something a little bit more clearer. I use Apple, or whatever is it, Final Cut Pro is what I use. Yeah, but I bought a first aid kit, so I'm OSHA approved. You know, that's what I like. You know, I always get cut here. You know, yeah, the gimbal is fancy. You know, I used it on my toolbox tour just to try it. But I bought this because I want to do a video of riding around in the truck. And when you ride around in the truck, the camera bounces all over the fucking place. So I'm trying to please the viewers. You know, I'm trying to give people what they want. For some reason, people want to see me drive around in a dump truck, you know. Actually, Erico, you know what I did last night? I watched all of you and your brother's truck videos. Erico, I have 7 Pete's. I got 7 of them. You know, they still, a dump truck rides pretty bad. I don't have air ride. But that's what I watched yesterday. That was last night. I watched all of you and your brother's videos. You and Doug. I like the one where you guys go get the milk truck. I know you hate big trucks. I know you hate it. They're fun to ride in, though, as long as you don't have to work on them. You know, you guys were jaking it. You know, you got to hit that jake hard. There's nothing that's... The best sounding jake is on an N14 Cummins. They have the best sounding jakes for some reason. You can get them to pop. It's unbelievably awesome. I think they sound better than the Cat jakes. I've never heard of 36 or 3406B. I have, but it had small pipes on it, so it was already loud already. Oh, yeah. Like if your brother Doug wanted to make his truck completely loud, he would take the stacks off of it with the mufflers and put... you want to put the Chino tips on that thing. 7-inch exhaust on that bastard. Oh my God. You want to talk about jaking. You want to talk about jaking. No muffler in there, no nothing. Just jaking it. I've only driven a Mack one time. And yeah, I would say the jake brake was pretty weak. The Cummins jakes are about the best. Or what they call the Cummins brake. You know, those things sound nasty. Yeah, but Eric O's brother has that. He's got a 2000 379 short hood. Yeah, the C12 sound pretty good. There's nothing. You should put a jake on the Tundra, you know. And then straight pipe it, you know, right out loud. If you want it to get really good, you have to put a sharp, like 90 degree, like the Chino tip had this really sharp 90 degree exit, and that would really, really, really up the jake pressure, you know, really update the sound. It was awesome. Yeah, straight pipes and jakes on the Tundra. There you go. You're cooking with gas now. Eric, what year is your Tundra? It's hard to tell because they really haven't changed them in so long. It's a 13. Does having jakes and a straight pipe make you? Yes. Okay. They call the, you know, you know, that's when you're true cowboy driving right there, Eric. You know, that means you need to get boots, driving gloves. You know, you got to have the whole shebang, you know, once you get, you know, straight pipes and jakes and stuff like that. I don't know. It's a multifaceted channel here, Frontier, you know. Yeah, you got to talk with a twang too. You got to say, "Come on, driver," and you got to have the echo. Oh, I forgot, Erico. You have to have the most powerful CB that you can buy, and then turn the echo all the way up. You know, that is a super trucker starter kit right there. Belt buckle, okay. You know, Channel 19, come on. You gotta have a belt buckle, cowboy boots, okay, a jean jacket, and, you know, driving gloves. You know, yes, and a checkered shirt, yes, but a huge belt buckle, you know, that says like fucking, you know, something stupid on it. This is the rubber duck. How about them smokes? I actually have on all my trucks. I have the rubber duck hood ornament, you know. Yeah, you gotta use come on. You know, how about you, driver? And can I get a radio check? You gotta go radio check. And then somebody will come in, coming in loud and clear, driver. Yeah, I'm pretty much leading the convoy there, Erico. You know, all the new Peterbilt's the most common thing that annoys me. Um, I would say where the fuel filter on the Cummins engine is. I don't like how hard it is to get that off. Other than that, that's probably one thing that aggravates me the most. Is just where that's low. You know, I haven't driven them long enough really to have any like kind of aggravating. I will tell you that the stock trucks I have shitty seats. Those are no good. All the payments are just part of it. You know, Blake, you know, you shouldn't get scared of a payment. You know, that's just, you know, as long as you know you can keep the trucks running, that payment that's a pot to piss in. That should be the least of your worries. You know, you should be focusing on not fixing the motherfuckers. That's, you know, when you get multiple trucks, that's what you want to get. You know, Erica, what are you putting in there? Oh, man. Let's see what Erico's video is here. Oh, he put the convoy. Oh, I can't play it or we would get demonetized. Sorry, I can't play it. We put the convoy song in there. That is the best trucker song. The payments. Yeah, I mean, everybody gets worried about payments. Yeah, Erico, if you're bored, you know, just shoot that toolbox tour. You know, should have shot that the month of Christmas. You would have got that 10 grand. Everybody was looking for that. People have asked me to do an updated one since my other one got copyrighted striked by the WWE for having the Ric Flair woo in there. You know, that video got taken down, so that sucked. So I had to shoot another one. Wow, who did your end frame? Did they use those Chinese parts? Like, on that big cam, did they use Chinese parts? The P or PDI or whatever other shit manufacturer they make? Don't use those Chinese parts. No, 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 no. You lost 2 injectors or 2 cylinders? If they use those Chinese parts, man, they are not the same. Oh, you just had the injectors done. Lost 2 cylinders. Why didn't they put injectors in it when they did an end frame? You know, why would Convoy get demonetized? That would be a copyright strike, and they would that's no good because you're playing somebody else's song on your YouTube channel. It would right now YouTube is fucked up. Okay, people are gonna It's just fucked up. Oh, I'm sorry, Eric. You know, damn. Yeah, that stuff. Dorman probably would not make anything for. Oh, so you got to in-frame it? Okay, so Blake, when you go to get that thing in frame, do buy your rebuild kit from Cummins. Don't buy the cheap Chinese one you get on eBay. Don't fucking do it. Don't fucking do it, dude. I'm telling you, don't do it. Find one from Cummins. Even if they have to search and take a little bit, don't buy that fucking cheap shit, okay? Because when my Western Star blew up and we in-framed it, I bought a block that they said had brand new rods and pistons in it. Okay? It was the Chinese shit. We took them out and looked. The piston heights were different. The sleeves were all out around and fucked up. I mean, no good. Buy the Cummins parts. If you're gonna pay to have an in-frame done, that's what you got to do. Yeah, I'll wait for the good kit. Don't put no junk in there. Just go to Cummins or whatever Cummins dealer you have in Columbus and buy the right kit. It may cost you, get a cam, accessory drive, or if you're going to keep the truck, rebuild it the whole way. I would suggest do an out of frame. Put new heads on it, all the shit, because you only want to get into her one time. All new injectors, whatever, everything. Fucking side rollers, put those in it. Change the cam bearings to keep the oil pressure good. There's a lot of stuff. All right, see you later, Knox. Like when me and Jim did mine, it was a complete out of frame. We took the engine right out of the truck and started with a brand new block. We put everything brand new in it, and that thing was good. New heads. I didn't reuse anything. New air compressor. We put accessory drive, fuel pump, everything. All righty, see you later, Eric. Thank you for stopping by. Hey, Eric, are you going to do any more of those What's Up Wednesdays? Because I might have to send you a hat and shirt. Or a sweatshirt. All right. I'll get your address. Every Wednesday till May? Oh, why is it till May? What happens in May? Is that your busy season? I figured now would be your busy season. Oh, the summer. Okay. Yeah, that's when he goes hunting and fishing. Should have known that. I get the morning after pill. All right, Erico. Yeah, I got... What size are you? I pictured you as an XL guy. XL or large, but I think an XL would look better. You're a large. Okay. I got plenty of those. Yeah, the guy that nutted in the DBS, you want to go to the Plan B. Okay? Or if you're still there, give her the wrong telephone number and the wrong name. That's what you want to do. Yeah, my hoodies are pretty much true to size. Yes, Chad B. Ramrod, Coon Trucking, he hate me. Okay? See, here's the difference. He wants to own Peterbilt's. I own Peterbilt's. He wants to have a trucking company. I own one. Okay. You know, he wants to have a Snap-on tool, or he wants to have an Epic toolbox. I own one. You know, so he hate me. South Jersey, the difference between an in-frame and kind of an out-of-frame is the parts are going to be, you're going to put a cam and lifters in it, which are rolling blocks on the side. It's really about time. Like an in-frame on a Cat or a Cummins is 42 to 45 hours. An out-of-frame is 65 to 70. Okay, so it's really about just a little bit more in parts and labor. Now, like a Cummins out of frame, let's see, I had $16,500 in just all the parts, and then I would say me and Jim did it in. We did that out of frame in about 42 hours, okay? But that was a lot of me cleaning the parts and all that stuff. We had to retime it and all that stuff because we put a new cam gear, accessory drive. You know, I mean, everything was brand new. So, but like if you took it to a dealership, they're going to charge you 60 hours. I mean, 40 hours of doing the in-frame on like a Cat is just cleaning. Just to get it cleaned up, you know, you got to drop all the mains and all that stuff. So it's just about time and a little bit of material. Now, like a Cat out of frame, the parts are going to be a little bit more because the crank is outrageous. You know, a crank for those trucks is like, I think $4,500. You know, and if you have a truck with a lot of miles or an unknown crank or it's not polished right, it's better just to get a new crank. We do not have any 5X hoodies, no. 4X is as big as we got, and I think there's only a couple of them. Yeah, give fake names. You know, no 60 series. No green engines for me. That's what you want to do. Yeah, no 5X. They're hard to get. You know, now me and Jim did that in 4 days. The truck blew up on Saturday or Friday night. I went to Cummins the next day and ordered every part. I ordered everything for it. All my parts came in on Monday. So Sunday, I stripped the block down and cleaned it all up and got it ready. And then Monday night, Jim came over from work. And, you know, we put the crank, cam, all that stuff in. It got the heads bolted on it. The next day, let's see, I painted it. We put all the accessories and everything back on it. Clutch, flywheel, all the shit. Wednesday night, Jim came over after work. He got here at 4:30. We stabbed the engine in at 4:30. It was running. It was running in the truck at 7:30. We checked oil pressure, did all that stuff. And I went out that night and hauled asphalt with it at 9:30. So it was 4 days. You know. But I spent all day Sunday and Monday getting everything ready. So all I had the head gasket surface, everything ready, checked. You know, I had to check the deck height to get the sleeves right to stick out of there. I had to run to Cummins and get some new brass washers that go underneath the cylinders. We stabbed that thing together and fucking, you know, it fired right up once we primed the pump, man. Wham! Yeah, that was in the Western Star. You know, Like, I called Jim Friday night at 1 o'clock in the morning when it blew up. He said he'll be here at 7. We dropped the oil pan off of it, realized it was fucked. I went and bought a spare block that Saturday because I knew where one was. I picked that up Sunday. I ordered all the parts and all that stuff. And me and Jim stuck it together, you know, over the weekend. You know, when two of us are here, you know, we can knock some shit out because I had everything prepped and ready to go. You know, me and him timed it and torqued everything all up, you know, because like he would be, you know, putting the mains in. I would run and torque all that shit up right behind him. You know, we just worked as an assembly line. You know, Jim, I paid Jim like $3,500 to come and help me do that. So he got paid pretty good. So hold on here, let me pee. Oh. The original block, why that had to come out is when it broke number 6 piston, the skirt came down and knocked some of the cast iron out of the block. So where the O-rings would go, it wouldn't have sealed. It would have leaked coolant into the oil all the time. So we had to get a new block. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to do an out of frame or any, you know, unless you're going to plan on keeping that truck. I would say at least 3 to 5 years. Yeah, because you're going to have 20 grand in it and you're never going to get your money out of it. You know, because big cam parts are hard to find. You know, they're not easy. The heads on an N14 and a big cam are very similar. You know what I'm saying? No, stop leak wouldn't have fixed it. The bore was messed up where the O-rings went in. So it would have just kept leaking. You know, like we did that, the video of the cat overhaul that me and Jim did, that was 45 hours. And the only reason I added 3 hours is we had to cut some of the sleeves. The counter bores. Yeah, new heavy haul wrecker, you're going to pay big money for that motherfucker. Big money. Yes, Chance, I talked about that. Caterpillar's bringing, I don't know if they're bringing back truck engines. They're bringing back a Caterpillar T4, T5 engine. I don't know if it's going to be in trucks yet, but it is a Caterpillar design. It's not the International Max Force that was in the Cat trucks. It's a true Caterpillar design. The heads look very similar to a C15, C12 in there. It's still an overhead cam. Valve covers look very same. We'll see. The only thing is it's a 12.7 liter. I would like to see them bring the 15. I'd like to see them bring the 15 liters back. I'm probably not going to buy one that's a 12 liter. I would buy one that's a 17 or 15 liter. If they bring those back, I'll have a 3 fucking 89 with one of those in it, guaranteed. Guaranteed, I'll have one of those. I like the big liter stuff. Yeah, it could be a test. They said mainly it was for equipment. It was a replacement engine for like equipment is what they were wanting. Yeah, high horsepower. It said it only went to 475, which that ain't enough for me. 475. That's fucking pussy shit. I want 550 or more. I if they made a 16 liter, if they made a 15 liter, I bet you they could get 750 or 650. It would be, whew. That'd be a pulling some bitch. It was supposed to be 65 horsepower per cubic inch, which is pretty good out of a diesel engine. That's pretty good from the factory. And it was supposed to be 10,000 hours maintenance free. That's the commercial that I saw. But who knows? The new laws that nobody can be 1099. Well, that's probably a good thing because nobody's paying taxes. A C18, those are, so what they are is they're still a C16 or a C15 block. It's just got bigger pistons and a little bit bigger stroke and a bigger cam and bigger injectors and all that stuff. But when you get the sleeves that thin, those engines are 250,000 mile rebuilds. They don't last long. Same thing with the C16s. Those are about 450,000 miles. You're going to have problems with them because the liners are a little thin. It wants to rub holes in it and, do all that stuff. Well, Chad's B Ramrod, let me tell you something. If you're going to spec a dump truck with a sleeper, you don't know anything about the dump truck business, but if you think that's going to work, go right ahead. Well, I can believe that that they're not going to let anybody drive a truck below 2010. That means all the good California rust-free trucks will, be able to be sold outside of California. So we'll be able to get some cool old stuff in here in Ohio or, other states. Yeah, big C18, they made big power. I think they were 650 horse, All states? No way. All states can't be 2010 and newer. No way. Wow, I haven't heard that. That's not right. No way. Oh, the C18 road was 920. That'd be pretty good. Marine was 1,000. Yeah, you don't see very many. I've not seen very many C-18s in anything. It would be badass, though. That'd be a nasty motherfucker. Plus, they're using your squat potty right now. That's cool. That's totally cool. NRC flatbeds. That must be some kind of thing. That had to be in a generator or a big dozer. Yeah, the bigger horsepower you get, the engines don't last as long, but you know, still good. The truck and marine engines, the marine engines just have bigger injectors and a little bit more aggressive cam is really all it is. And how their cooling system works, it's it pulls water in from the sea, and that's what it uses. And usually they have like water cooled exhaust or some kind of weird exhaust system on them. That's usually the difference. But you can put marine grade injectors in like a C-15 and it'll get more power. It's just bigger injectors. You don't want a 30, with compound turbos. You don't need twin turbos, No. Yeah, they're just a little bit, they're different. You can find, like, if you had a marine engine, you could get the serial number and get the cam out of it, get the injectors out of it, and put it right in a C-15. Now, the cams on a C-18 are a little bit bigger, I think. Yeah, fuzzies. The truck insurance video. Oh shit, I forgot about that one. Sorry, I forgot about that. I'll get that. I forget it. I'll do that. My new insurance is starting January 1st. I found a new insurance company, so we're gonna go with them. So after I learn about that type of insurance, I'll ask the guy some questions and all that stuff. Maybe I'll ask the insurance guy if he'll shoot a video with me while he's here, and he can talk about truck insurance and what to expect for, young guys and all that stuff. Yeah, Dept Ape talked about, he did that 1,000 horsepower cat engine. He talked about that in a video, like where you can swap different parts and all that stuff. But he said the reliability is not going to be there. You're going to make a lot of power, but it's not going to be reliable. No, Fuzzy, I saved more on my insurance than I'd really like to say on the internet. It was, let's just say, you could buy a F450 Platinum diesel pickup truck from Ford for what I saved. And your first year's fuel in that thing would be free. Yeah, it's quite a bit. But I've also been in business 3 years, and that's the threshold. You know, so I could buy another Street Beast, basically, and have it just sit outside and do nothing. No, since we're not an over a road, no, our CSA scores don't really affect that much. I'm going to ask what my CNA score is, though. Yeah, I'm not using Nationwide. Airline couplers, like what? Push connects? I just don't have enough time to do the tool giveaways on Patreon anymore. In the summer, I don't have the time for it. Now I could do it, but in the summer, I don't have the time. I don't know anything about the new CSA scores in March and February. I don't pay attention to that very much because it doesn't bother me. I don't even know or care what my CSA score is. Don't care. Doesn't affect what I do one fucking bit. You know? You know? Doesn't bother me. I don't even know what it is. I think it's like Commercial Safety Organization score if I had to put the CSA together. I don't know what it is. You know, nobody's ever asked me what that is. You know, so it doesn't bother me. No, I don't need any Kuhn trucking loads. There is no Kuhn trucking loads. No, you're on a pipe dream. You can buy Tiger tools through me now. I have an account set up. I can, call and order it. You send me the money and I can have it drop shipped right to you. Yeah, I have a DOT number. I'm sure I have a score. I don't know what it is. I don't look at that shit up. It doesn't fucking concern what I do. That's what I'm saying. Like, when I go into a contractor and they're like, hey, what's your CSA score? Before we hire you, they don't give a fuck. No, they're not a sponsor. Nope. I asked for a sponsorship. They said no. Or not at this time. So maybe we'll have to do some stuff to see if we can get that done. Oh, well, I have a good safety record and I have good accountability and I'm in the compliance thing. So, whatever. Don't care. People get all worked up on like what your score is, what this is, what that is. It has no difference. It makes no difference. All people care about is, can you have somebody pick up this load of shit that I need over here, and can you get it delivered over here without fucking up my load? Yes, we can do that. Okay. Be there tomorrow. For over the road guys, I'm sure it is a big deal. But for me, no. Wow, shut down and make a new MC number. Disc brakes. You want disc brakes over drums. Oh, they're not going to close mine. You know. You want disc brakes, though. You definitely want disc brakes. I like them so much better. The trucks stop better. It's, you know, if you're going to buy a new truck, I would have it put disc brakes on it. Actually, when the Peterbilt guys came and looked at the drum brake problem we had, they asked me, you know, do you have trucks with disc? And I said, yeah. I said, they're way fucking better. I said, I don't understand why you guys even sell drums anymore. Get rid of that shit. Get rid of it, because it's fucking junk. I said, the disc brakes stop a lot better. You know, I said, the one thing that they do need to improve is the pedal feel. I said, it's kind of spongy, then it gets hard. If you could firm that up a little bit, you know, make it feel a little bit stronger, you know, it'll be all right. Well, I don't need to replace the rotors on my truck, so I think it'll be all right. Yeah, I know. Well, you don't really have to adjust them. You know, it has an electronic. A lot of people don't know how to back them off so they can take the pads out. You know, they fucked that up, but, you know, it is what it is. No, an 06 Kenworth, no, it would not be. Just keep running drums. The conversion is pretty expensive. I think it's just for the parts. It's $2,500 $2,500 an axle. Jew face. What's with the Jay Young and Kuhn? Oh, it's some troll accounts that these guys started. So we're just letting them have fun. You know, there's no need to get all worked up. What I found out is when you let these guys talk, they, you know, they make some funny comments, you know, like Kuhn Trucking has went from having 6 trucks to fucking, you know, 287 or whatever the fuck the number is. You know what I'm saying? Like it is. You know? Yeah, it's some kind of love fest, you know? I don't know what these guys do. You know, there's people that are bored on a Saturday afternoon. You know what I'm saying? So they wanted to make Jay Young and Kuhn Trucking fucking, you know, shit. You know? It's not the real one there, Dano. Oh, why did you time him out? Don't time him out, Scott. We're letting him stay. We're letting them stay, you know? We're letting them prove that they're idiots. You know? It's kind of fun. You know, because the more they talk, the more you can figure out who they are by how they you know, type. You know? That's what you're trying to do. You don't want to eliminate the fucking, you know, evidence. See, right now, I'm getting a telephone call after somebody just got blocked. So I have a feeling I know who the Kuhn Trucking and Jay Young people are. I would like to get a Schaefer franchise at one point, but I haven't asked yet. They came from the Top Dog. Who's the Top Dog Trucking Channel? See, you know, I don't know who that is. I've never heard of that guy. Ah, that's true, David. They could be ex-Swift drivers. They could be. I know you don't want to feed the trolls, but sometimes it's funny. You know, well, that's because those guys think that I'm the coon and the fake Jay Young thing. They think that that's me. So I wanted to be in here while I do that. That's why we didn't block them. My hot seat is awesome. Okay. If you're going to get a hot seat, Blake, that's what you want to get. Get a hot seat brand because they'll come and fix it. You know, it's so much better. You know, I like my hot seat. It works pretty good. The only thing, I would get an electric one over gas the next time. That's why, that's the only difference that I would change, just because it would be a little bit quieter. You know. I rent a shop. Remember, shops do not make you money. Okay, all it is a money pit. So right now, there's no need to own my own shop. So we don't need to do that. Yeah, get the electric one, Blake. Get one that has at least does like 4 gallons a minute. Try to get a 4 gallon a minute over one so you can really, you know, it moves a lot of water. That's what you want. Big toolboxes do not make you money either. That's just, you know, that's, you know, kind of like buying you know, that's a luxury item. Just like a Rolex doesn't make you money, but people buy them, you know. What the fuck is a hot seat? That's the hot water pressure washer. It's like the original brand that came up with that. They're usually red. They're expensive, but they are nice. Like Blake, I've had mine 3 years and never done anything fucking to it. It still works. It's out getting fixed now because, well, I was stupid and didn't drain all the water out of it and left it outside without having any heat in the shed, and it cracked the fucking coil where the water goes through, so it won't get hot water anymore. So, you know, they're going to put a new coil in it and fix all, you know, just, I told them to fix whatever needs to be fixed on the motherfucker, fix it. You know, don't care. Yeah, I know. People ask, like, you know, why isn't your shop so much more nicer? Like, well, what the fuck do you want? You know, people think that, like, once you get all these trucks, you should have some $1 million fucking shop. Doesn't do anything. Like, if I had a full-time repair business where, like, we were, you know, like, we had 58 trucks out of there. If we had 58 trucks out there that were all backed up and we had more work than we could, then you would invest into a big high dollar shop and have all this nice shit. But for what I do, you don't need all that types of stuff. Yep, forgot to drain it. I cost myself money on that. Am I worked up about it? No. You know. No, I don't think the more trucks that I have, the more driver shortages I get. You know, last week, 3 guys came in here to 4 jobs. I just don't have any seats to put them in. You know, that's really what it is. If I had more seats, we'd have more drivers. I just don't have that right now. In about a couple weeks, I'm going to have to hire a guy. Now how do I go about doing that? I'm going to have to, figure out what to do. You know, I'll find a guy. This year, I am going to start interviewing people a little bit earlier in the season, uh, so I can kind of pick a little bit through what I want. What keeps me motivated to make videos? I actually enjoy making the videos. Um, I like sharing my experience, right or wrong. It's still my experience. So I like, you know, I like doing that part, and I like, you know, think about it. There's a little bit of pride that I take in making the videos, and I really like to show people that fuck, really anybody can do it if you're motivated. You know. I could do that, Cream Cob, but I don't want to be an over the road trucker. And I don't want to have somebody else, own my business. I'm really not into that. Yes. You know. I'm not really into that type of stuff. I'll grow at the pace that I feel is necessary. Yes. Diesel Yoda, I just don't have anything for him to work on. You know? And he's now the foreman at his shop, so he's got a lot of stuff going on. Well, why the cities have potholes is because the states don't pay, or the states allow the asphalt companies to put more and more wrap in the mix, and it gets it farther away from virgin mix, and it just deteriorates faster, is really the main reason. And the states say it costs so much money for uh, to pave a road. How much is the extended cab? I think it's $3,500. 3,500 or $4,000 for the extended cab. Well worth the money. Well worth the money. I don't know for sure because I didn't really ask. I just I wanted that. I like the space in there. It's well worth the money. I like that Milwaukee toolbox. I mean, it holds all the machinist stuff that I need in there. It's got all my bits and all that stuff, so that thing works out pretty good. Yeah, it's got longer seat rails. You can move the seat back, uh, so you're not so jammed up in the steering wheel. Like, it's fucking way better. It gives you a little bit of room. Behind there, you can put, jacket. You have a little cubby hole to put some stuff in there. And, you put a trash can for the drivers, and, they can have that type of stuff. And it works out. Yes. I don't have a list of startup tools that I think you need. I guess I could make one of things that you're going to have. I did that with like the tools you need in the trucking business, like what you need to start. I guess I did that. I guess the startup stuff would be like what's on one. Yeah, it's good business. You know, you're always going to be fixing them. So, it's just part of it. All right, Devin. Yeah, I think I'm going to get off here too and go home. It's 3:30. I about had enough. I'm not going to do much today. You know, I wanted to change some oil, but then I remembered that the other day the oil was too cold and I burned up the electrical pump in my fucking oil drain thing. So I had to order a new one of those off Amazon. That was fucking $200. You know, so I got to fix that before I could do any more oil changes. So I need to do 3 of them. And then I don't remember if I have enough oil to do 3 of them, maybe. But I might work on that once my thing comes. You know. Yeah, maybe I'm over here on the west side of Cincinnati. You can see my shop from the highway. You know. You can drive by the highway and see all my shit out here. Fucking, you know, all the junk that we own. You know, I'm off 275/74 is what it would be. Right at the merge of 275 and 74. On the west side of the city. Yep, Jay Young stopped by. Yep. That other guy that's in here, Scott, he stopped by. You know. There's been some other people that Fuzzy has been here. I have no clue how many miles are on my truck. I'm betting 12,000. You know, why do I need Hazet Tools to come over? Me and that guy wouldn't get along. Is Jay Young a crack addict? I wouldn't say crack addict. I would say, what would you call that? What are those pills? You know, a pill head. Yeah. Hydros. Yes. Opioids. Yeah, correct. Walmart shoes. Yes. Engine for pump testing. No, not Xanax. It's what is that shit? It'd be a pill. Whatever hydros are. I don't know what that is. I'm not too up in the drug world. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know too much about that. You know? Yeah, Oxycontins. Yes. That would be an opioid. That'd be like heroin. You know? Usually people that are addicted to oxys go on to heroin next. That type of stuff. What do I like about the Cummins engines? They've just been around so long. They have a good reputation of building a great product. And you can get the power level and you can get the mileage out of them. That's what I like the Cummins stuff the best. Not the best, like still a C15 Cat, like a 2WS prefix or a 6NZ is one of the best engines you can get. But, I like the Cummins stuff. I think it's, it's good. No, I drug test all my employees. Depends on how smooth you want it to be. But if it was a truck, that old 97 Ford, I'd just lay a sheet over it. You know, I'd clean it up underneath of there real well, make sure there's nothing on there. And, you know, uh, then just put a plate over top of it. Yes, I've seen a lot of the problems. A lot of the problems were on the pre 2017 engines. Okay, here's what you guys don't understand about why the truck engines had so many problems. Okay, so when the government changed the tier system on the EPA of how fast they were going to eliminate the NOx out of the trucks, okay, they changed the rating faster than the engineers could fix the problems. So when you look at pre-emissions engines, okay, we were almost to the top of a reliability, power, fuel mileage, all that thing. They probably could get better mileage out of them if they were still on pre-emissions engines. Okay, now you were at the top, you were at the peak where they had it. Everybody kind of had it figured out. Then when they changed the emission stuff, every 3 years they kept coming out with a different emission spec. Okay, and that's hard to fix the problems that you have on a truck engine that goes 500 to 600,000. You know, because let's say in 2012, okay, you got a truck engine to go 1,000,000 miles, okay? Well, that took a year to do that, okay, in real world, or 2 years. So then you start getting engines in that have problems, okay? Okay, the rod flew out of the side of it. We have weak this, weak that. Okay, let's pick the worst thing and we're going to fix that first. So the next version, they fix that, okay? Then they wait to see what comes back. Because you can run an engine on a dyno for a fucking 2 years and never have a problem because it's under a constant thing. But when you take it out there and then you let dummy O's drive the truck, nobody checks oil, nobody does the maintenance properly, all the things that happen in the real world, okay? They run it low on oil, all that, it takes time to get all that filtered back to the factory for the engineers to fix those problems. So that's the biggest problem why the trucks have why everybody says, oh, I hate these emissions trucks, because everybody still remembers the first emission trucks. You know what I'm saying? The newer emission trucks are getting better and better. Each time that you let these guys figure it out and you give them more time, they will make it to where it is. Now, to get to where we had in 1999, we had 100 years of diesel technology to get that reliability. We're on year 12 of the emissions. Okay, you see that big? There's a lot of years of difference there. There's, you know, that type of stuff. Also, you have to look at when they changed the emission rules. It was kind of after the economy kind of crashed, and a lot of companies were trying to fix their bottom line. So they fired or did buyouts of a lot of older engineers that knew what the fuck they were doing. Okay, then they hired a bunch of kids out of college and said, we got one lead guy, knock yourselves out. Okay, well, it takes those people a long time to get experience on what will work and not fucking work. So it's an evolution, just like anything else. So if I told you, okay, I want you to build this engine right here, and in 3 years I need it to be at this different spec. Okay, and then another 3 years I need it to be less. And another 3 years from that I need it to even be more or less. All right, so I mean, it's basically you're not giving the people enough time to fix the fucking issues. So once they give them enough time to fix the issues, like if they would have went from, let's say, tier 2 and then say, okay, tier 3 was another 7 years down the road, well, they would have had tier 2 pretty good where they already been. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's fucking common sense. I don't think a lot of people understand how engineering and like fixing problems comes. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to decide, okay, is this a major problem that we can't live with till we build the next version? We have to stop making what we're making and do a complete redesign on the fucking casting, on all this shit. Then you have to get them machined and you have to test that to see if that works. It's not like in 3 months you could fix every fucking problem. It takes time. You know, simple stuff. You know, ridiculous. You know, that's how things work. So the 2017 versions of, you know, the Cummins X15 engine is different from the 2012 one. Dumb. So everybody gets worked up on shit. You know, I will admit, the first version of the emissions trucks did suck balls. That's why they're not worth anything. And that's why a lot of them are deleted. Because it just made it easier. But the new ones, they run pretty good for not being deleted, to be honest with you. You know, but anyway, I got to get out of here. I want to get home and see what we're going to do today. You're exactly right, Kong. Things get better every year. You know, like go back to the 6.0 diesels that Ford put out. They were absolutely fucking piss poor junk that International built. Okay. Then they said, okay, well, they couldn't fix the 6.4 or the 6.0, so they came out with the 6.4. That was a little bit better, but it still had some fucked up problems. But it took them 3 years to fix all that shit. You know? Thank you, Patriot Construction. I don't know. My wife hasn't been released from the surgery, so I don't think I can insert anything. You know? But it's just one thing after another. It takes time to fix all this stuff. You know, people, oh, you should do this, you should do that. Well, if, you know, if everybody was such a genius, you know what I'm saying? You know, why aren't you guys doing it? You know, a lot of people can say, you know, hey, you should do it this way, but they've never been in your situation or understanding really what you got going on, you know. Yeah. Like I said, a truck is very much like a woman. Low, slow, it takes a little bit to get everything figured out, you know, what buttons to push, you know, great. A guy, if he took a 6.0 over a 6.7 Cummins, that guy's an idiot. Because the 6.0s were junk. DEF still is a pain in the ass, and it does cost more money. You're exactly right. But that's the world we live in. So you can either sit around and bitch and cry about it. Man, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit, I don't like it. I don't like it. Or you can just move the fuck on and go, this is the rules that we live in. This is how it's got to go. There is no, we can't change it. I cannot physically change it and say, get rid of all this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's better just to move on and say, these are the rules. how do I work with this? That simple. That simple. You know, this is not a big fucking thing, you know. Fuck, it's not that hard. Common sense is a lot of this. Now, I know the American public doesn't have a lot of common sense, and I get it, but fuck, you know, it's part of life. You know? Yeah, I mean, I didn't spend $35,000 in DEF fluid this year, okay? You know, we use about 300 gallons a month at $1.75. It's like $500 a month, okay? Maybe that is 30 times 7 months. Yeah, maybe that is 35 grand. I don't look at it like that. It's just part of what makes the truck go up and down the road. You know? And if it does throw the piston out of the motherfucker, you know, it's got a 250,000 mile warranty. That's a lot of fucking way. That's a fucking lot. You know, that's a $40,000 engine. You know what I'm saying? So fuck it. Kevin Wallace, everybody hate me. You know? Look at that. I'm drinking Mountain Dew. He hate me. You know what I'm saying? I'm smoking cigarettes. He hate me. It could be anything. You know? Absolutely anything. You know? Yeah, it's not going to do it in the first 250,000 miles. You're exactly right. It could if it was put together wrong. You know, but fuck. You'll know that instantly. You know? Oh, I know, Kevin. I know all the you know, Astro All-Stars, you know, that you got to pay and be in that fucking group. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? You are doing a black man's dirty work from North Carolina. You're trying to clean up YouTube. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I can't believe the audacity of some people, you know, worried about what somebody else is doing on YouTube. Jesus Christ. The fucking audacity. Like, we are going to turn them in, you know. We are going to have a group that is going to be monitoring other people's channels. So we know, you know, if you make a slide comment. That's what you should really tell them. Fuck you. You know, you should really feel good about yourselves. You know, you're the kind of guys that got dunked in the toilet when you were in high school because you were a complete goober fuck. You know, I'm going to go tell somebody. Well, here, tell somebody with fucking shit in your nose, fuckhead. You know? Ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Ridiculous. I don't get people. You know? Yeah, tell somebody who gives a fuck. You know? Ridiculous. You know? I don't get it. I mean, if you were in that group, you should feel really sorry for your fucking self. That at that particular time, this is where you are in your life. You know? You're reading comments on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? And then you're going to turn them in, right? You're going to try to flag their video over some shit that doesn't even involve your dumb ass. You know, think about that. Think about that. That's what we have going on in YouTube in 2018 and 2019. Think about that. As content creators, we have to worry about, did we piss these losers off? Did we say something wrong about them, right? So they're going to go around and flag our videos because they got nothing better to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we have to worry about as content creators. You know, I mean, come the fuck on. Get over yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, YouTube is not like it used to be. I'm going to tell you, in the 2 years or 2.5 years that I've been doing this, YouTube has changed so much, it's hard to keep up with all this shit. You got all these fuckheads that want to call and tell you you're an idiot, write you on Instagram, telling them, you know, that they want to have a gunfight with you because you called them a retard. You know what I'm saying? Well, it comes back to that kid that asked me, you know, how do I go to my job and them not haze me when I'm working in construction? Don't give them a reason to fucking call you a dumbass. If you do dumbass things, it is my responsibility to fucking tell you you are a dumbass. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't know what the fuck you are talking about. You know, I am very cut and dry, okay? A duck is a duck and all that shit. A fucking psychotic motherfucker on YouTube talking about some crazy shit, you know, is still a psychotic motherfucker. There is no, you know, you are a psychopath, bro. You know what I'm saying? And somebody should tell you that. I can't help that, you know. You know, I didn't make you this way. I think it's ridiculous. You know, that some people, that as a content creator, I have to worry about what I say. You know, that I can't really be truly honest with the way that I feel. You know, and that's, I don't think that's right. You know, I don't think that that's fucking right. You know, it's my opinion, you know. If you don't like it, don't watch. But don't lie to me, you know what I'm saying? And then expect me to be fucking okay with it. Like, oh yeah, I believe that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Fucking dumb. You know? I find it frustrating sometimes. That's the most frustrating thing that I feel on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Is there's a lot of slimy motherfuckers on here. I'm going to tell you that right now. Slimy. You know? That just want to ruin somebody else's success. Or what little success they may have. You know what I'm saying? Over a goddamn YouTube video. I mean, come the fuck on, you know? Ridiculous. But anyway, I guess that's my rant for the day. You know? Too many good doers. Yeah, I know what you're saying. You know? It's frustrating. You know? Yeah, people are users and jealous. You know? I've never been jealous of anything that anybody has on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Or what they have. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can either get jealous or work hard and figure out how to do that too. Right? If you spend all this time figuring out, instead of, you know, doing whatever, banding people or, you know, do all that shit, you know, if you figured out how to put real effort into things, maybe you would be successful. Maybe. You know, be who you are. You know, get your fat ass out there and work. You know. Yeah, nobody likes to say, that's why he hate me. You know, so you guys get it now. He hate me. Everybody hate me. You know, they hate me because they ain't me. You know what I'm saying? It's just part of life, you know. I have to deal with it here in Cincinnati. I mean, a lot of the people know that I have a YouTube, and then I have to hear, you know, like, hey man, these guys make fun of you because they see you on YouTube and all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and they try to call the dispatchers and then fucking get me in, you know, like try to get me in trouble. They don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talk badly about them. You know, like people are worried, you know, it's something they don't understand. You know, I get that question all the time, you know, like, well, why do you talk about stuff on YouTube? Well, like, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do you talk, you know, about everybody behind their back? Why don't you just say it to their face? You know, I'm not scared of anybody. Like, if I don't like you, I will tell you that. Okay, like, okay, dude, you know, I've had enough of your bullshit. This is all, you know, the bullshit level gets too high. You know, you got to tell them. You know what I'm saying? You know, like back when I was drag racing, I told this crew chief one time, I said, it doesn't matter how important the person is in the world. Sometimes they need to hear, go fuck yourself, okay? Because they got just a little too out of control. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter how important a person is, sometimes they need to hear that. Like, go fuck yourself. That ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? That ain't happening. And I think if we had some better checks and balances, you know, it would work out. Yeah, you know. Ridiculous. But sometimes people need to hear that, just to let you know. You know. So, anyway, I guess that's enough ranting for now, you know. I'm sure that since I talked about some of them, you know, this video will get flagged, and I'm okay with that. You know, flag it all you want, boys. You know, I could give two fucks. You know what I'm saying? It's no big deal. I'll start another YouTube channel, and guess what? I'll be back to the same place I am now. Doesn't fucking bother me. So, you know, it is what it is. So, like always, thanks for watching, and I gotta fucking go.